One. So this is really wild. So I've actually done a few tests already on the Llama 3.1 model, and especially the bigger one. And I'm using Fireworks AI here. By the way, like they have a really nice inference point where you can test this model right away. Um, but I actually tested this particular problem, which is like a sort of math puzzle, and it's very famous math puzzle that none of the models get right. And I think to solve this particular puzzle, it requires a bit of like complex, I would say, reasoning understanding. And what most models do is they basically tell you that the output is the fourth answer here, which is the wrong answer. So we have like these five candles, and if you and it says here that the person lights them all at the same time. After a while, he blows out the candles one after the other. Which of the five candles was the first one he has blown out? Here is a figure of the five candles after they have been blown out. The number of this particular sign here or symbol represents the length of the candle. Respond with the label of the candle that has been blown out first by Peter. And most of the models get this wrong, and even the latest models, right? So here I've used GPT-4o, and it always responds with uh, 4 as the answer. So always it gives you an explanation, then it gives you 4, and there are various explanations to why the model gets this wrong. First of all, it probably doesn't understand the symbols, right? Could be like ASCII character recognition problem, but it could also be that it doesn't know how to reason or sort of understand the step to solve a problem like this. It might be too complex for the model to really understand how to solve it. And I've also tested as well, just to show you here, Cloud 3.5 Sonnet, the same. It says that this one as well is the answer. It always selects 4 as the answer. Most of these models will do it, the latest models. But for the first time that I've tested most of these models, for the first time, I noticed that Llama 3.1405B instruct that I'm testing here on Fireworks actually gets it correct. This is really impressive. This is for the first time I've seen that for this particular math puzzle that a model gets this right. So there's a lot to really dig deeper on. I need to look at the paper a bit more, like what is the data set, what is the reason why this model gets such a hard problem for these models, right? And I also want to test with a few more sort of tasks as well to dig deeper into capabilities. But you can see that the response here makes a lot of sense to say since all candles were the same length when they were lit, the one that was blown out first would have burned for the shortest time and therefore be the longest. Looking at the figure, I can see that candle 3, this one here, is the longest, which means it was blown out first. So the answer is 3. So that what is responded, right? So this particular model. I'm very impressed by this. I'm doing a longer video on the capabilities of these models. So stay tuned. I'll post that as soon as I have it ready on my YouTube channel.